Hey guys, hello. Welcome to another episode of Frank with Shank. This is Frank with Shank, episode 2, and today's episode is all about how do you negotiate a good salary. Now, a lot of people have asked me this question about how can we negotiate a good salary, and if you're already working in a job, I have a few tips and tricks that might actually help you, right? So today's episode is going to be about that. I'm going to teach you 3 tricks that you can use. It's a series of processes that might guarantee you a definitely a salary increment, right? And I want you to do this if you're already at your job. But there are some ground rules for it, and we will look at all of this in today's episode. Okay, so stay tuned. Now, first thing is I want to talk about how do you set up the base, right? Now, this is assuming you're already working in a particular company, right? So assume you're already working in a company, you're in some particular role, and you're not getting a promotion, you're not getting an increment. There are a few things that you can do that might actually help you do this, and I'm going to tell you this from a step-by-step perspective. Now, first thing, understand this: in a company, everyone is replaceable. There is not one person in the company that can be irreplaceable, right? Even the CEOs of big companies have been replaced. So, what are you as an employee? Nothing. You are replaceable. Understand that. But how do I make this feeling of me being irreplaceable, right? You know that you're replaceable, but how do you give this sense of feeling to everyone else that you cannot be replaced at all, right? So, what I would suggest is, first of all, if you're working in a particular company, always keep your eye out in the job market, right? I think you should always keep your CV out. You should always keep your eye out in the job market and try to get offer letters if possible. Even if you're working full time in a company, try to get an offer letter, because I'll tell you why this helps, right? Now, assume that you are always there and you're getting an offer letter constantly. Don't do anything, because we're going to take that offer letter for leverage. And even if you don't have the offer letter, it's okay. I'm going to give you the same steps as well. Now, the first and foremost important trick, okay, or the trick number one, is becoming a star. Now, imagine this, right? Next 3 months is my performance appraisal. Let's assume that in March is my performance appraisal, and we're currently sitting in December. Or even if it's not March, if it's any other time, this is a 3 month strategy that you need to entail, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to become a temporary superstar in the company. Now, how do I become the temporary superstar? First, just because you want to negotiate your salary, start working really hard and start getting involved in mega projects of a company. I'm telling you these real hacks, okay? So what happens is, if there is a guy called Rahul who's working under me, great, I'm not paying too much attention to Rahul. But if there is this mega project that I'm doing, somehow get into that mega project. Or every company has a big project that's going on. Show intent and say, you know what, this is me, Rahul, I'm showing intent. I want to come here, sir. I want to learn from you. Please get me involved in this mega project, right? And you'll get involved in the mega project, because everyone wants to work, wants hands on deck, right? So get into this as much as possible, because now you slightly improve your brand value and you cannot be replaced so easily. But this is time being. This is a temporary situation. If you work like an idiot, you will still get kicked out, right? So now, after you have ensured that you have come inside this temporary solution of mega project, this is a good position to be, because I'll tell you why. If you're in this mega project, you cannot be replaced immediately, right? Because there is a problem, because he has his own deadlines, he has his own timeline. So you are slightly irreplaceable right now. What you have to do is, at this point, you need to become a temporary star. You need to work extra hard for this 1-2 months, right? On this mega project, show a lot of intent. I'm not saying do chaplusi or whatever, no, right? I'm just saying work really hard. Don't just show you're working. Actually, if you can show, great, but actually do the real work as well. Become a superstar where your current boss is like, I didn't expect Rahul to do really well. And I don't think it's that difficult. Ask questions, take people's help. But this 1 month, become like this temporary superstar in that team, right? Whatever team you have, become known in that team. Now, the second is, now you have known, okay, everyone's talking about Rahul, and Rahul's now become a very core part of this mega project. But nobody knows Rahul is playing this game that I'm teaching you, right? Now, the second is, you need to start preparing people for the race. I'll tell you why. This is very common in the industry. If someone comes in suddenly out of nowhere says, Shashank, can you give me a raise of 30-40%? My first impulse, whenever it is about giving money, we will say, boss, no. This cannot happen. I can't give you a raise, right? This is not possible. Abhi to matlab kyun raise chahiye tere ko automatically? And most of the people are not even a temporary superstar. So I'm not going to give you a raise, right? So now you need to start manipulating people's head, or ensuring that these guys are ready that you're coming out for a raise. And how do we do that? There's a step for that as well. So I'm going to tell you that. The second thing is, now over the course of this temporary star phase, now you're already temporary star, you're getting all this attention in the market from your team members. Now what will happen is, whenever they're going out, okay, whenever they're planning to go for lunch or dinner, or whenever there's a party, keep saying, no boss, I cannot come, right? You'll do it once, you'll do it twice. After that, there will be this one person in the company who will ask you, saying that, Shashank, why aren't you coming? Or Rahul, why aren't you coming, right? Just come for the party, it's okay. Just tell him that, you know what, mera thoda abhi kharcha zyada ho gaya and, you know, there's some family tensions that I have to deal with. I have to give money to someone, or my sister's gone for education, so I'm paying her for loan. All of these small ticket, you know, whatever things will help you a lot, right? So just act as if you're in need for money. And it can be anything. Don't overdo it. Be very sly and subtle when you're doing this, right? Don't oversell it as well. Arey, mera kharab ho gaya, barbad ho gaya. Don't do all that. Simple stuff, right? What happens here is now you're slowly tuning their head, and understand this one more thing. In the office workplace, news travels very fast. So if you're constantly crying about something, but not crying, but subtly putting it out there that Shashank is in need of money, or Rahul is in need of money, I keep saying Shashank, Rahul is in need of money, then already the boss comes to know that Acha, Rahul is going through some financial troubles. Rahul is my superstar, but he's also going through some financial troubles. Poor guy. But you're not doing anything about it. Don't do anything. Month 2 is going on and you're not doing anything, right? So don't go for any parties, don't go for any lunches or dinners. Just keep saying no, some family issue, or no, I have to give some money here and there. Now, what is happening for the next 30 days? Your mindset has, imagine the workplace mindset now. One is they already know that you're a superstar. Number two, they know that you're having financial issues. So now this won't come as a shock when you do the plan 3 or step 3. Now the step 3 is what I call attack, right? This is where you go in and ask for your raise. Now there are a few ways to look at this, right? And if you don't do the step 3 part correctly, it will definitely impact your chances of getting the raise. So I'll tell you why this is important, right? Now, step 3, what you need to do is look at the position in your company right now. Okay, you were nothing 2 months ago. Now Rahul has become a person who's a part of the mega project, right? Understand this, is a part of the mega project, also a superstar, and you have already trained your colleague mindset for a raise. So all the points are in your favor. But what can go against this thing, right? What can go against this is you over asking a raise, like you asking a very, very, very big amount, and they're like, you know what, chance hi nahi hai boss, nikal jao. So that would definitely go against you. So don't do that, right? Because it pays to be in the same company even at a slightly lower salary. Now, if you want to do, this is the best thing to do, start doing research about the average salaries in the market for your position and try to see who's getting a very good amount. And also obviously check your boss's salary that he's getting, the average salary, because you can't go demand for more, right? So ideally a good percentage, I'll tell you the good percentage as well, but do the research so that you know that you're not over asking, or you're not asking a moonshot number as well. Now, third thing is, now if you don't ask for too much, this is great, but if you ask for too much by mistake, you will derail everything. The entire 1-2 month strategy will go away, because then you'll be like, boss, this is too much, leave the company and go away. Now understand this, right? For a company, okay, for me to replace Rahul, first of all, he's a part of my mega project. He's also a superstar. Now, if I have to replace him, just imagine this. He's inserted himself like a virus into core projects, right? And now I need him. So I'm not going to let him go. Now, if he comes and says, you know, Shashank, you know, I need to leave, you know, I need like 30% raise or 40% raise, I'll be like, boss, tu le, right? You don't go away. Because understand this, for every company, there is a replacement cost. What is the replacement cost? I have to remove Rahul, find a new Rahul, put that new Rahul inside, train that new Rahul, and ensure he becomes as good as the current Rahul, which is going to take me 3 to 4 months to do this, right? And that is the replacement cost theory. So ensure that you are not asking more and over and above the cost of replacement cost, right? So if I go say I want 50 lakhs raise, they'll be like, you know what, I'd rather go with the replacement cost theory because you are too expensive for me. So that is why. So you are in the position of advantage here, because even they don't want to lose you right now. And in the middle of a mega project, nobody will lose their core employees, right? Now do this. Now comes the plot twist. If you want to add, right, a 10x multiple on the success rate, this is where your offer letter comes in. Right now, if you don't have an offer letter, you're still doing the same things. But if you have an offer letter, it is going to help you a lot, because now you have more negotiating bargain, and the scales are in your favor, and you have the advantage right now, not the other person sitting across. Okay, but all that is fine. Now comes the time with the HR. Now we have to play the HR also a little bit. Now, when you go to the HR, you need to start using little wordplay. Okay, what do I mean by little wordplay? And just do this, right? Show them an offer letter if you have, and tell them, hi ma'am, you know, I've just got this offer letter, and so I'm thinking of going there, but you know, I love this company and I want to be in this company, but you know, I've been telling this to my boss as well, or you know, I don't know whether you know this, but last 3 months there has been some financial constraints for me, family issues are going on, so I really need the money, but I really want to be in this company because I'm also working on that mega project, which is so awesome, and I'm a superstar there, so I want to stay back in this company, but this other company B, is offering me a raise of 100%. Right? Now pause here. I'm not telling you to tell anything after this, right? Just say that this is the offer letter and the other person is giving me a raise of 100% or whatever that percentage is. Just say that and stop. This is where most people make the mistake, where they start over justifying themselves. Ki nahi, mere ko to itna hi chahiye, nahi, mere ko zyada chahiye. Stop. Now look at what the HR has to say. Now HR has two options to tell you, right? Either the HR will be like, you know what, Rahul, you're an amazing employee, and Shashank, your boss, has told some amazing stuff about you. Is this the offer letter they're getting? Chalo, we'll match that and give it to you. Let's get back to the job. Great, you win, right? But then obviously this is India, so there is negotiating. So HR will be like, Rahul bhai, this is too expensive. How can you ask for such a big raise? They're paying you 100%, but we cannot pay you 100% and all that. This is where you play the best card that you have. This is where you play the loyal employee card. And this is where you say that, oh, no, I don't want 100%, ma'am. No, I think you got it wrong, ma'am, sir, whatever. I just want, I know you can't give me 100% and I'm not expecting 100%, ma'am. I want to be in this company. I'm full fit here. Sab kuch pata chal gaya mere ko. I don't want to go there, right? But I definitely need a raise because I'm having massive issues with my, financials, etc. Go through that same rant and say, ma'am, इसका अगर 50-60% भी मिल गया, I'll be very happy. So now what happens is you have agreed to the HR because HR anyway wanted to negotiate, right? So now automatically the chances of you getting a 50 to 60% raise goes up really, really high because replacement cost theory kicks in. So what they'll be like, you know what, let me go talk to your boss first before coming and accepting this raise, right? I'm just giving you examples on the 50%, 100%. You figure out what is the perfect percentage, right? Now they'll go back to your boss and be like, अरे Rahul आया अभी recently, उसको कुछ तकलीफ है financially, he wants like a 20, 30, 40% raise. क्या करे boss Shashank? So I'll be like, अरे Rahul तो अपना star है. I know he's having some issues. He was like, some employee had told me. He didn't tell me, but some employee had told me, अच्छा इतना ही मांग रहा है ना, because he also got an offer letter of 100% from someone else. नहीं यार रखो, मैं बोलता हूँ he's a good employee. अगर कोई और लेके आया तो टाइम वेस्ट हो जाएगा. आई थिंक 30-40-50% है ना, दे दो, रख दो इसको, राइट? बिकॉज देन यू नो दैट यू आर इन द पोजिशन ऑफ एडवांटेज. नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस इज they will agree, the HR will agree, and you will get your immediate raise of say 30, 40, 50%. And now you're very happy because she won't tell you directly, obviously. She will talk to the boss first. Boss will also agree, and you will also agree. Now you become a star player. They might even promote you for that reason, just to justify that raise. And now you become a star player. Not only do you become a star player, you've also become a star player. You've become a loyal employee in the eyes of the HR and in the eyes of your boss. So tomorrow, if there is a promotion coming up, you are in first in the line. Now, what is the other flip side of this, right? Let's look at the other side. Other side is they get pissed. The HR is like, boss, what is this nonsense? We cannot give you a raise. Sorry, tata, bye bye. Leave it and go. You would happily leave it and go to that offer letter that is giving you 100% raise, go sit there in that job. So either which way you won, right? But I'll tell you, there's another theory in this, right? Even if you get a job offer for say 100% raise, I would still take only 50% raise and stay in my current company. The reason why I would do that is because in this current company, I've stayed here for like 2-3 months or 2-3 years maybe, and my opinions are validated here, my opinions are heard to here, and the chances of me getting a promotion is much more likely here as opposed to just jumping to a new job, getting a new environment, again building my trust up that ladder, again proving my loyalty up that ladder, and then getting a promotion. So switching from company to company is not considered good, right? At least 2-3 years you should stay in one company. But if you're in the company and you're not getting a promotion or you're not getting a raise, then that is also very wrong, right? So I would say this is a way you can use this to your advantage, and I think you should definitely use it if you're there. So this was very hard hitting truths. There are different variations you can play this, but you get the idea. Step number one is becoming a temporary star. Step number two is preparing their mindset for a raise by talking about situations or issues that you have. And step number three is going and attack, but not asking for too much, asking for a smaller amount, but also playing the loyalty card, which is the loyal employee card, which will definitely come in your advantage after the next 2 quarters when you're actually going to go up for promotion, right? So all of these small things actually help you a lot. Now I know these are like real life practical issues that I'm telling you because I have run a company and I know how people ask for a raise, and I know when I'm in a situation where I can't even argue to give them a raise, right? So this is some small hacks that you can use. Again, I hope you guys like this video. It is a quick, fun, how to negotiate a salary video. I hope this helped you. If you have any more tips or tricks that you have used in the past for negotiating a salary raise, please put in the comment below, because a lot of people who are watching this video will actually get help from you, and the community will win eventually, right? Because paisa apne haath mein aana chahiye. That is more important. Okay. So again, thank you guys. I hope you guys like this video. If you did, please click on the like button, subscribe as well below, which is that red icon, and I'm going to see you soon with more episodes of Frank with Shank. This is me, Shashank Udupa, signing off.